Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is on a much heavier subject matter, so just as a warning for everyone, we are going to be once again talking about the Gabbie Hanna and Jessi Smiles situation. This is a long story. It's been in the works for years now, so here's a very quick recap if you're not up to date. Back in 2014, the Vine star Curtis Lepore pled guilty to felony assault charges for the SA of his then girlfriend Jessi Smiles. Although despite having pled guilty, he would still say that he did not commit SA or even the assaults that he literally pled guilty to, saying that he just admitted guilt so it would be over and he could move on with his life. Sure, Curtis. But that's neither here nor there. But Gabbie Hanna liked this tweet of Curtis's back in 2014 saying, "There are two sides to every story. When the time is right, I'll have something to say. For now, don't rush to judge. Things are not always as they appear and there are two sides to every story. I'm not allowed to talk about what's been going on, but when the time is right, I will have something to say. In the meantime, don't rush to judge." By the way, it's been like 5 years now and he still hasn't had anything to say, so that's that. But it's also worth mentioning that this happened before Gabbie and Jessi ever became friends, but there are many past tweets that show that Gabbie was a fan of Curtis's at that time. Gabbie ended up hanging out with Curtis and his friends afterwards. Gabbie and Jessi met after the incident occurred and she apologized to Jessi and they became friends. Apparently they ended their friendship in 2015 for completely unrelated reasons, but the Curtis situation has come up multiple times since then. They went at it last year in a series of videos and tweets against each other. Jessi made a video and tweeted saying, "I will be addressing this in a video with full context. In 2014, Gabbie said heinous things about me on the day of the TMZ article. She apologized to me months later and we went to become friends. Now she says that these tweets do not exist and that I am a narcissistic abuser. I want to make something very clear. After Gabbie's video, I tried to reach out to her in a very calm way. Second, I mentioned screenshots of what she truly said on the day of TMZ. She no longer wanted to speak and said that I was threatening her. The truth is not a threat." Here's a quick recap of all of Gabbie's contradictory statements courtesy of Lily Marston on Twitter.
And while I do believe that it's important to stand up for yourself and defend yourself, I don't agree that personal matters and interpersonal conflicts should be made public or dealt with publicly.
I don't want my project to once again get ruined the way Broken Girls was ruined.
The day I put out Broken Girls,
My next music video, Broken Girls, was the day a hit piece was put out about me.
somebody put a hit piece out about me.
Gabbie saw Deanna's tweet. She felt she needed to message Deanna.
I was being called an apologist and saying I defended my best friend.
It was a one-on-one conversation. It was never meant to be public.
She said, "I swear there's a tweet." I said, "Please show me."
Everyone says that you publicly came out and supported him.
If I publicly defended him, don't you think it'd be somewhere? There'd be a screenshot, there'd be something.
There's nothing to back up these claims that are being said.
There's no tweets, there's no proof of any kind.
If you look into these situations, you'll realize that everything has been twisted and the narrative has been spun in a way that makes a lot of money.
The girl was not talking about me at
I
all.
was never DMing her with the intention of talking shit about Jessi.
But Gabbie just jumps like straight into, it's time to discredit Jessi.
When do I ever say anything about anyone?
Gabbie started sending my private text messages to this fan.
I have not said a word publicly.
She says, "Yeah, she's so friendly to me, pretends to be sorry and smiles in my face, then does shit like this when I'm in trouble. What did I do? I put one cryptic tweet that I deleted hours later that I didn't even mention you or at you or anything."
Damned if I'm going to continue to let my projects get completely slammed with hate.
A hate campaign that you started.
Every time I'm in some type of drama or scandal, Jessi and her best friend start up this rumor again.
Saying that I ditched her to collab with her because he had more followers. I have never said that in my life, Gabbie.
And I'm not saying a word to anybody.
You're literally in someone's DMs for something that's so fake that it's ridiculous. You're laughing. This is just crazy that anyone would ever believe that.
She said that there were tweets that I defended him when the allegations dropped.
Deanna says, "The gist of the tweet was you saying that you're standing by Curtis's side no matter what and he's innocent."
She said, "I swear there's a tweet." I said, "Please show me."
Gabbie says, "Send me a screenshot. What's the date? LMAO. That would 100,000% be fake. I never would publicly support him. Google Gabbie Hanna Curtis support right now." Literally not a single image, not a single tweet, not a single video.
It was a whole thing until just today when Jessi posted a series of video recordings of a phone conversation she had with Gabbie last year during all of this. Jessi tweeted, "Gabbie and I had a phone call last summer. I never planned to release it. In fact, there's nothing I want more than to never talk or think about Gabbie ever again. But her continued lying about my trauma has officially broken me and I don't know what else to do." In the video, she said, "As of November 2019, as far as I was aware, Gabbie and Curtis had spoken once, in person when she ran into him at a party." Then she posts the phone call. Apparently, Gabbie asked to record the phone call herself as well. And on this phone call, Gabbie admitted to having spoken with Curtis on 3 separate occasions.
He FaceTimed me
right after our first fight because I genuinely, dead ass, do not know how people knew about it.
And why'd you pick up to him?
I didn't have the number saved. That's the first situation, was a FaceTime call. The second situation was when we were at an event and he tried to take a selfie with me, and I was like, no, that's not happening. And then the event that I'm assuming you have to be talking about is when I was at 1600 Vine, and then he came there. I think I was with Pat Lele's. And then he showed up, and I was like, oh, fuck no. He tried to talk to me and pull me aside there.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's a completely different situation. That's literally months and months later.
You were at a place with his friends. He showed up and pulled you to the side. I said that.
You hung out with Curtis's friend. Curtis was there, pulled you to the side.
I said that.
You said that as the way that it all went down. I also didn't hang out with, like, his friends.
You admitted to it.
People who knew Curtis. I think I was with Pat Lele. We all lived in the same building.
Yes, and he showed up and pulled you to the side.
Guess what? I am allowed to have friends. I'm allowed to collaborate. Like, I can't cut everybody out of my life.
I didn't even know you spoke to him all these times. I'm finding out now, and honestly, I'm frankly disgusted. So I didn't even know all of this. I didn't know you took it.
Talking about you're disgusted. I literally just told you about this.
Don't tell me what am I talking about. I just had a. Don't tell me that, because I just had a panic attack hearing you say that you heard him out.
He said, do you mind if I tell you the story of that night? And I said, I mean, yeah, that's fine. Like, I've heard her side. You can tell me yours. So he told me the exact same story.
Am I the only one who doesn't see anything wrong with that part specifically? Like, there's nothing wrong with hearing someone outright. I don't know, man.
I was getting ready to defend you. Like, I was
But for what? Just say no, sir, thanks.
I deadass was waiting for you to lie.
Okay, Gabbie.
And, like,
Who cares? Like, just hang up. Him.
Jessie, I wanted to fight for you too.
Don't, like, literally him.
I agree. He told me his story, and I told him, well, Curtis, that is literally the story that Jessie tells. And at the end of the day, she was asleep. Like, that is what I said. And then he was like,
excuse me, I'm gonna call you back. I'm sorry. I'll call you back.
Okay. You're making it sound like I'm friends with him.
No, I'm not.
I'm the story from the start.
I'm just saying, how could I get...
Like, this isn't news.
It is news!
Jessie, that's literally always been what I've said. I've always said, he asked me to tell, it's literally in my notes on Twitter that I said he asked me if he could tell me the story. And then when he told me the same story, I said, yeah, so you're telling me the same story, which is she was asleep.
He told Gabbie the same story, but he kept defending himself, saying he never essayed Jessie on Twitter afterwards, even after freaking pleading guilty in court. Like, who the frick is this guy?
And then he said, okay, well, now you at least know it from my side. I said, okay, I'm never going to publicly bash you, or defend you. I'm never going to publicly bash Jessie. And
yeah, right. Why did you lie about never speaking about me that day on TMZ article? Why did you lie about defending Curtis?
I said I never ditched my friend for her rapist or publicly defended my best friend's rapist.
This was the day the story broke. I hadn't seen the article yet. Whatever he tweeted, I genuinely have no idea what his tweet was. I responded with a current Vine meme, which was a Big Sean Lil Wayne song, "Beware, beware, beware of a woman with a broken heart." I don't remember what he said. Obviously, it had nothing to do with the case. So that was that day before I ever saw it. The tweet is deleted because I was like, oh shit, I didn't understand the context of anything about this.
Gabbie says that she initially did not believe Jessie because one of her guy friends was falsely accused of SA before, and she hated the girl that did that to him.
So when it came out, like, I said that thing about whatever the thousands, I don't remember, I have no idea what it actually said, but it's clear that I said something along those lines. First of all the ones that I saw, because I never went back and deleted anything, but all the ones that I saw never showed that. They said, get popcorn, or why is Cam talking about buyers? And then I saw the one that you're referring to, which says, somebody responded, the actual tweet's not there, so I don't know what it says, but somebody said something about, oh, thousands of women, da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, I remember this. I tweeted this and deleted it like a minute later.
Bitch, didn't you just say you never deleted anything?
Because at that point, if you don't remember, we had no idea who each other were. I barely had a Vine account. I had a few thousand followers on there.
Right.
I was literally a fan watching Vine.
Gotcha.
I said something stupid that I felt bad about, deleted it immediately, and now years later, we're talking about it when you and I, like, the fact that that's even coming up now, and that you use that as an argument. When we became friends 8 months after that, I put some tweets up that I obviously don't agree with in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It was 6 years ago,
Correct.
and I didn't remember them until I saw them again, and I was like, okay, yeah. But my whole point of this is, why is this coming up in 2020 when we became friends 8 months after those tweets were even out? So it just shows that you're retroactively trying to paint me as a villain. We're like,
Gabbie, the answer to your question is you. Do you realize that in your video, that is not factual? Like when you said, oh, I had no idea the context. Like you do understand that obviously that's not true.
no, I don't. Okay, Jessie.
Yeah.
You do understand, and I know that you know this.
Mm-hmm.
When that story dropped, every single person was saying that you lied.
Wait, is that supposed to make the situation any better for you? Just because other people were saying that she lied makes it okay for you to do the same?
Are you kidding me? Is that your justification?
I want a public statement and apology saying I should have never done this. It was inappropriate to share private conversations publicly. That is the way that I will stop talking about this and literally drop it.
The way she said this literally angers me so much. Like, she's almost threatening to keep bringing up such a dark topic for Jessi if Jessi doesn't publicly apologize to Gabbie for something that she shouldn't even be apologizing for in the first place. Like, do you realize how messed up that is?
I want something that says I'm sorry that I hurt this person. I should not have done this. I shouldn't have shared private messages.
How are you suddenly in a position to be demanding things?
And straight up, like, my lawyers will not let me drop this without an NDA, because, like, I'm going to live the rest of my life wondering when's the next time Jessi's gonna be like, you know what, Gabbie, she did do this. I want to expose her again. And, like, that's where I'm at. It's like, genuinely just want it to be for real over.
Let's keep this offline and just sue me, and we'll see what happens in court. And then we don't have to bring our followers through this. We don't have to bring our fans through this, and we get to the bottom of what's been, hurting you. Just sue me, and then we won't have to bring our fans into this.
I'm more interested in bringing my fans into it, because those are the ones who are affected.
But
I don't want your money, Jessi. I do not want your money.
I'm not saying.
I don't want it.
I'm literally saying, like, I think your fans are affected too, because this is, I mean, like, I see your live streams and I was worried.
You should be. I'm fucking suicidal.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
You have to continue to do this because
No, that's why we shouldn't. I don't want to.
That has not helped me. I still have to clear my name.
Clear your name for what? You said you made a mistake with the tweet and defending Curtis, and you apologized. Like, clear your name about what?
So I have to, like, keep doing this.
You are narcissistic abusers. And you have been for 6 years, Jessi Smiles. I have to keep that in.
So you're telling me you're gonna go on live stream, you're gonna tell all your followers everything about all our past. I don't see an end game in that for you. And that's why I was saying just to sue me.
Jessi, that's stress for me too.
I know that.
I keep going and sitting with these litigators, thinking about the idea of people saying how terrible I am for suing somebody with a child.
Oh, okay, so you're the victim now.
What I want is for people to hear my side. I have no desire to take food out of your kid's mouth. I know that, like, your kid is in, like, speech classes. Like, that shit's expensive. You're a mother. You're a family. I don't want to hurt you. The only thing I want is for my name to be cleared, for me to feel like my story is heard, and for this to go away. Obviously, people are going to keep asking me about it, and, like, if it's not going to happen, then I need to, like, continue doing what I'm doing. And I also want you to work on a public statement, and then we can work on it together. I want a public apology that should never have been made public.
That's not gonna happen, so I understand.
Okay, so then we keep going.
I'm not doing anything with you. Like, I'm not. Like, this is not, you say we keep going.
I keep going then. I publicly apologize for a situation that should have been private. So I think that it's only fair that you can also extend that same courtesy to me, considering what I've been through. This isn't me trying to, like, hurt you or threaten you in any way. Like, this is not do this and it's gonna happen. Like, I mean, I guess it kind of is, but it's just like, I'm not doing it to hurt you.
Alongside these videos, Jessi also tweeted, I know I made a public video calling out Gabbie in 2019. I understand that. I don't, however, understand how that warrants Gabbie being able to bring up my consistently in order to defend herself against things that she actually did. It's beyond triggering. One user replied saying she literally wants to be able to tell her side of the story, but for Jessi and anyone else to shut up and not tell their side. It's basically what she's saying. Everybody shut the f up and let me set the record with my story or else. Another user said, Gabbie has always to be the victim. It's really triggering to watch this as a victim of SA. She really doesn't give a shit about other people besides herself. And Angelica Oles also tweeted about this saying, Gabbie Hanna makes my blood boil. She is the manipulative bitch she keeps on banging on about. I just read over my private conversation with Gabbie where she made me feel like she was the victim and how these voice notes / calls from Jessi prove nothing and how Jessi is accusing her of crimes. The gaslighting and manipulation that Gabbie does is out of this world. And to now actually hear the voice notes and calls makes me feel like an idiot for feeling bad for Gabbie at the time. Then Kemstar comes out of nowhere in defense of Gabbie, but like very vaguely, saying Gabbie Hanna did nothing wrong and gets bullied nonstop like she's a criminal. Kemstar also posted a video on Twitter addressing the drama channels who keep making videos on Gabbie, so I guess maybe me? I don't know. Let's watch it.
When I make posts saying leave Gabbie Hanna alone, you don't understand what I'm talking about. When you think of Gabbie Hanna, you think of I'm the monster! Right? Or you think of like her getting in a fight with Rice Gum, You know what I mean? Or just, Gabbie Hanna, whenever she's in drama, she always handles it poorly. She tries to prove every single person wrong, and she does prove them wrong, but nobody cares about facts, right? What I'm saying, leave Gabbie Hanna alone. I'm not talking to you, my audience. I'm talking to these goddamn T channels. Guys, you don't understand because you don't watch the T channels. You don't watch these drama channels that cover nothing but beauty. So you have no idea. I do. I'm paying attention to the internet and to all these different characters, right? And they bully the shit out of Gabbie Hanna nonstop. And they've been doing it for years. Any little thing she does, they twist and spin a narrative somehow that she's like this evil witch that's like just doing all this evil, manipulative. Dude, it's insane. In these T channels, guys, all right, facts don't matter. They literally don't matter. Gabbie will be there like proving like, no, actually that's incorrect. This is that. And she'll put it out on Twitter and they'll be like, oh, she's having a breakdown. She's having a breakdown. They don't even talk about the facts of the story anymore. They just change the narrative. Oh, Gabbie's having a mental breakdown. And then Gabbie's like actually starting to have a mental breakdown because she's like, but wait, I just proved that I'm innocent and that this is wrong. Or, dude, it's an endless cycle.
I think I kind of need to defend myself here because despite the numerous videos I've made on Gabbie, I don't think I'm particularly biased or one-sided at all. Like, yeah, I make some snarky comments here and there, but I wouldn't consider it bullying at all. I'm really just stating the facts and letting the viewers make their own judgments. But I don't know, maybe you guys know better. Do you think I'm bullying Gabbie? I also randomly came across this TikTok of a girl exposing Gabbie for allegedly stalking Bo Burnham when she was in college, so I thought I'd share it with you guys as well. Take a look.
I just watched the new Bo Burnham special, and I can't stop thinking about how Gabbie Hanna stalked Bo Burnham when she was in college. She made a storytime video about it. It's still on her channel called My Embarrassing Secrets. Basically, she lied to all of her friends when she was in college and said that she was dating Bo Burnham. She even created a fake Bo Burnham Facebook profile and set it so that they were dating with a fake profile picture that she photoshopped. She would use the account to like her pictures, and people actually thought that they were dating. She eventually went to a meet and greet of his where she gave him her phone number on a fortune cookie. She hit on him a lot, and it was really uncomfortable for everybody involved. But when she was there, she got an actual picture of them together, and of course she changed the profile picture of the fake Facebook account so it looked even more real. It got to a point where fans of Bo's thought they were actually dating, and they edited Bo Burnham's Wikipedia page to say that he was dating Gabrielle Jeanette Hanna. In the video, she's like, oh my god, this is so cringy, I can't believe I did that, but like, we believe it, Gabbie.
And lastly, here's a video of a live stream that Gabbie posted a couple of days ago where she mentioned Trisha Paytas again.
Like, if you think whenever Trisha Paytas was pretending like she didn't know me, that I didn't want so badly to go in and just retweet all of the tweets where she's saying that she's obsessed with me and like wants to come to my shows and like asking or saying that she's gonna get VIP ticket to my show, like the girl's obsessed with me. And I for too long have been trying to give grace to people who don't deserve it, because I always think like, if we could just talk. And then I brought her here and we talked and she lied directly to my face for 2 hours or more. Yeah, she said she was over it and we both agreed to just like move on. And then she just literally started talking about me right away. Like, she started leaving shady comments on TikTok and shit, which always gets back to me, of course. I have 5 hard drives upstairs. Like, I don't throw shit away. You know what I mean? And now here she is inserting herself again because she's obsessed with me. That's why she tries to like tell everybody I'm obsessed with her. It's weird, dude. Someone said you're obsessed with her too. It almost is like I don't have a choice because I have to think about her more than I want to. I've been trying to forget that bitch for a long time. She won't let me because she won't shut her fucking mouth. She can't help it because she's obsessed with me. How do I not obsess over somebody who literally is constantly harassing me, lying about me, making videos, making shady comments, making shady tweets, making TikToks, inserting herself into every situation. Every time I'm in anything else, she has to pop her little head up. Like, it's absurd. I left a comment about her on TikTok. This is how manipulative, look at this little bitch here. She said, I left a comment about her on TikTok because Trisha has been going off about me. And then I responded after people were saying, I saw a bunch of tweets being like, please don't respond to Trish, please don't respond to Trish. So then somebody commented that I was trying to be Trish, which is so funny. Once you see the series, you're gonna laugh your ass off at that idea. When they said you're trying to be Trish or do what she does, and I was like, I'm Trisha if Trisha had talent and was happy. Yeah, we're both dramatic, I guess. Like, I don't know, but Trisha herself says that we have nothing in common, so you're in such denial. Okay. I'm gonna share my denial with you then.
It's funny how Trisha says Gabbie's obsessed with her and Gabbie says Trisha is obsessed with her. Like, they constantly keep saying that, but I just think they're both obsessed with each other. And I'm obsessed with both of them. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was it for today's video. Sorry it was so dark. Stay tuned for some lighter topics tomorrow. Bye.